My name is Amy Yurden. I am the Assistant Program Director of the UAB Nurse Anesthesia Program. I would like to welcome you to this special occasion for our students as we celebrate the important rite of passage and the successful completion of the requirements set forth for the 4th UAB Nurse Anesthesia Doctoral Recognition Ceremony. I would just like to say that this class is especially special to me because they are the first class that I ever lectured to. I've only been teaching for 2 years. They are the first class, and they taught me a lot along the way. So thank you for what you've done for me in my teaching. You guys have been wonderful the entire time. And if you don't know, they just went through a pretty rigorous boot camp. I'm responsible for those emotions that they went out, if you heard anything about that. Anyhow, it is my pleasure to join you as we mark the significant milestone for you and the family and friends that have joined you today. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Dr. McMullen, our program director, to the podium.
Thanks, Dr. Yurden. So I guess my joke has been busted already. This box of tissues here is for Dr. Ritchie because he gets a little emotional during the ceremony. And so do I, so bear with me. It's been 36 months, long months, COVID months, so they're all in our hearts. So I'd like to thank each of you for joining us today to help us recognize and celebrate the significant accomplishments of these 51 bright individuals. This dedicated cohort not only started during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in May 2020, but they also adapted effortlessly to our move to distance learning for 3.5 semesters. In fact, we did not see them face to face until January of 2021, and that was the first time we'd seen them since we interviewed them in the summer of 2019. We were very happy to see them. And that was when we began our rigorous on-campus intensives, which we started doing during COVID, and now we continue to do that because we found out that worked really well. So we were happy to see them and to teach them their clinical skills. Of course, we were all masked up and wearing PPE and social distancing and avoiding one another as best we could, but we were still happy to be together. They were cheerful as we implemented our new educational format, and they moved confidently into the clinical training area, also during this constantly changing environment of what we know, COVID-19. I think each of these students, or graduates, I should say, exemplifies the true definition of the nurse anesthetist. Our profession is described as both a science and an art, and these individuals have completed an intense graduate doctoral curriculum, including high-level science and advanced nursing courses, followed by a rigorous 20-month clinical rotation and residency, where they learn to deliver all forms of anesthesia techniques, applying their knowledge and adapting each anesthetic to the patient from the tiniest premature baby to the oldest adult, sometimes in their 90s and older. And additionally, these graduates had to remain constantly flexible as they change clinical sites, some of them every 60 days and sometimes more frequently. And of course, they had to arrive enthusiastic, prepared, and ready for any case that might come their way. We recognize that this has been a difficult journey and that each of you has demonstrated courage and bravery in the face of your clinical preceptors, and also kindness and care towards the vulnerable population that are your patients. We also know that the career of nurse anesthesia is rewarding, and we extend a hearty congratulations to these high achievers. You made it. It's been exciting to watch each of you learn and grow over the past 36 months. And I say 36 months because, you know, whenever I tell anyone what my job is, they're like, well, you're off in the summers, right? I'm like, no, there's no off in the summers. It's 36 months. And so it's been enjoyable to watch you move from the cautious beginner to the confident, competent provider that you are today. And we know that each of you is now prepared to represent our school and our profession at the highest level in Alabama and across the nation. You'll always be in our hearts, and we wish you all the success in your future careers.
I have the pleasure of presenting our first award this afternoon. Dr. John Park served as the class representative. In this role, he has met with the faculty and with me to provide a communication link between our students and the program and staff. This role helps strengthen the support and understanding the needs of our students. We truly appreciate the time he has spent serving in this role. So thank you, John, for what you've done. So come up and get your award.
Good job, bud.
How's it going? Good to see y'all tonight, or this afternoon. It's still this afternoon, right? All right. As Dr. McMullen was saying, all of our students are high achievers. This next set of students, 19 of them, got 4.0s throughout the entire program. All right. Neil Barker. Amber Clark. Congratulations. Emily Constan. People who change names during the program are, as everyone knows, one of my hardest things to deal with.
But she did go from C to C, so.
She moved up in the alphabet, so it was a good move. Leslie Craig. Leslie's the first in her family to graduate from nurse anesthesia school. Scott Gamble. Tallest guy in the anesthesia program. April Garlejo. Carson Haygood. Amy Helton. Haley Hill. Malia Jackson. Ashley Jones. The Show Lamb. Standria Moss. Monica Orr. Ashley Paddock. Kimberly Pear. John Park. Maddie Ricketts. And last but not least, Colby Steverson. Get one more round of applause for the 4.0 students. So I also graduated from UAB back in 2005 when it was a master's program, and also again last April with my DNP. So I felt a lot of the struggles that the students went through over the last few years. I'd like to extend my congratulations to each of you. Your dedication and hard work are paying off as you take the next step into your career. The field of nurse anesthesia has many paths and opportunities, and we always need great nurse anesthetists, especially those from UAB. I urge you to always strive to be a lifetime learner and be community leaders. One thing I've learned is that the nurse anesthesia community is a very small world. You never know when and where you will meet another CRNA or a colleague from UAB. The Nurse Anesthesia Alumni Chapter especially enjoys supporting our school and recognizing our outstanding students. This afternoon, it gives me great pleasure to announce the recipient of the UAB Nurse Anesthesia Alumni Award for Student Excellence. This student served as the Alabama Association of Nurse Anesthetists as student representative for the Board of Directors and has acted as liaison between his fellow students and the State Association of Nurse Anesthetists. This is a thankless task requiring hours upon hours of meeting and conference call attendance in addition to organization of various service events. Our recipient has represented our program and her fellow students, his fellow students, I do believe, with confidence that he will continue to represent the UAB School of Nursing in an outstanding manner. It is my honor and privilege, just on time, to give this award to Dr. Sho Lam.
Okay, this next award is the Larry G. Hornsby Nurse Anesthesia Good Citizenship Award. It's named in honor of UAB Nurse Anesthesia alumnus Larry G. Hornsby, and this award recognizes a UAB graduate that serves the nurse anesthesia profession and furthers the reputation of UAB as a premier educational program across the nation, as Mr. Hornsby has done throughout his distinguished career in nurse anesthesia. A 1985 graduate of UAB's nurse anesthesia program, Mr. Hornsby is the only CRNA from Alabama to ever serve as president of the American Association of Nurse Anesthetists and received the organization's highest honor, the Agatha Hodgins Award for Outstanding Accomplishment. During his tenure as AANA president, he played a prominent role in negotiating the nationwide supervision opt-out ruling with the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, which has resulted in governors in 17 states opting out of the physician supervision of anesthesia rule. Recipients of the Larry G. Hornsby Nurse Anesthesia Good Citizenship Award share with Mr. Hornsby a fervent passion for bettering the nurse anesthesia profession. This year's Hornsby recipients is a well-prepared, clinically skilled, and as our faculty members always note, he's professional, goes above and beyond with a smile and a kind word for everyone. He never hesitates to step up and help us with interviews or intensives or SIM or whatever else we ask of him. He stewards well for the UAB Blazers, the UAB School of Nursing and beyond, and we're proud to award the Larry Hornsby Good Citizenship Award to Dr. Carson Haygood. You can hand them out.
Yeah. So this is a fun award for me as clinical coordinator. So this is for the Best Clinical Student Awards. We have 2 of them. The Miller-Colson Academy of Clinical Excellence defines clinical excellence as achieving a level of mastery in the following 6 areas of patient care: communication, interpersonal skills, professionalism and humanism, diagnostic acumen, skillful negotiation of healthcare system knowledge, and scholarly approach to clinical care, along with exhibiting a passion for patient care. Each of these students exhibit this. These 2 students we're going to give an award to tonight. And this year we have chosen 2 winners who exemplify these 6 areas. Can you please step to the front? Dr. Amy Helton and Dr. Jacob Bonner.
Okay, now it is my pleasure to present the Agatha Hodgins Award for Outstanding Accomplishment to the most outstanding graduates as voted by didactic and clinical faculty. For those of you who don't know, of course our graduates know, Agatha Hodgins was a pioneer in the profession of nurse anesthesia. She delivered safe anesthetics and traveled to Europe to teach others anesthetic techniques during World War I, opened one of the first schools of nurse anesthesia, and organized what is now known as the American Association of Nurse Anesthetists. These two graduates have been described by didactic faculty as outstanding and by clinical preceptors as likable, prepared, flexible, and ready for independent practice. It's my honor to present the Agatha Hodgins Awards for Outstanding Accomplishments to two students, Dr. John Park and Dr. Standria Moss.
All right, the next award we would like to present is the Outstanding DNP Student Award. This student excelled in all his coursework, coursework. We're gonna keep y'all guessing, including the DNP work and masterful development of the DNP project. This year's recipient is Dr. April Garlejo, and I'm just gonna stick this one next to it.
The next award we would like to present is the Most Valuable DNP Student Award, or DNP MVP. Merriam-Webster defines the most valuable player as the one who contributes the most to his or her team's success. This graduate displayed incredible leadership and organization within her DNP team. She kept the team on track and moving forward when times were tough. Her DNP team members agree she has been the outstanding driving force behind their team's success. This year's recipient is Dr. Emily Constan.
Our clinical partners are critical to the success of our nurse anesthesia education. They work patiently with each of our students, sometimes very patiently, sometimes less patiently, right? With each of our students to provide a high-quality learning environment. They also ensure students are assigned to proper cases to meet their graduation requirements. They offer constructive feedback to the students during their clinical residency, and they are in frequent communication with us, the UAB faculty. Finally, they also serve as role models who deliver high-quality care and demonstrate professionalism. The class of 2023 would like to recognize 5 individuals as outstanding clinical instructors this year. So we're going to have the students help present these awards too. So first, we would like to invite Nolan Lyda to the podium. You have to give a speech, Nolan. You got your notes for your speech? Okay. So presenting this award are Drs. Sarah McAllister and Jakira Banks. Dr. Lyda practices at UAB CV in Birmingham. Go Nolan! Yeah, you're next. Come back. Presenting the next award, we have Drs. Jacob Bonner and Amy Brister. We would like to invite David Lee up. David provides the clinical experience for our students at DCH in Tuscaloosa. Thank you. Oh, yeah, real thing. Thank you, David. All right, we'd like to have Doctors Melanie Clark and Aaron Budney up to the podium to present this next award. We're going to invite Jeremy Blunt up here. And Jeremy oversees the excellent clinical education for our students at the UAB Main Hospital in Birmingham. Thank you, Jeremy. Thanks, Jeremy. And Doctors Amber Clark and Stephanie Smith, if you'll come present the next one. We would like to invite Jeremy Miller up. He is an outstanding clinical preceptor for our students at Huntsville Hospital. Oh, man! What was it? Jeremy. All right, last but not least, if we can have Doctors Robert Matlock Williams and Caroline Stovall up front. We want to thank Dr. Josh Campbell for being an excellent clinical preceptor for our students at Baptist Medical Center South in Montgomery. Yeah, he's got to go back to work. Thanks, Josh. These clinical preceptors provide an essential component needed to gain the experience necessary for competent clinical practice for our students. Let's give all 5 of these recipients a final round of applause.
We would now like to get to the best part of the ceremony. We want to recognize all of our students. Dr. Eric Allen. He's mine.
Got women fighting over you. Congratulations.
Dr. Jakira Banks. Dr. Patricia Patty Benuelos. Oh, she's mine.
Photo bomb.
Speak up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Neil Barker. Dr. Samantha Beer. Dr. Jacob Bonner. I think it was your length, so whatever y'all go. Dr. Amy Brister. That's what bangs, right? I think so. It's not mine. So, unless it's Keisha's. Dr. Samantha Broadwater. Dr. Alyssa Brown. Dr. Aaron Budney.
Dr. Melanie Clark. Dr. Amber Clark.
I think she was, I don't know. So she, oh, wow.
Dr. Marissa Commodore.
That's yours. Is that yours?
No, just, I don't know who that is. Dr. Emily Constant.
That's not.
Dr. Leslie Craig.
Is that yours? I think it's
Dr. Lauren Dixon.
Dr. Trey Ezel. Dr. Scott Gamble. Dr. April Garlejo. Dr. Carson Haygood. Dr. Amy Helton. Dr. Haley Hill. Dr. Malia Jackson. Dr. Ashley Jones. Dr. Catherine LaBrush. Dr. Sho Lamb.
Every time we say it.
Dr. James Lee. Dr. Will Martin. Yeah.
Dr. Robert Matlock Williams. Dr. Sarah McAllister. Dr. Jacob Metcalf. Dr. Standria Moss. Dr. Rachel Mullins. Dr. Aaron Niblett. Dr. Monica Orr. Dr. Ashley Paddock.
Dr. Kimberly Pear. Dr. John Park. Dr. Caitlin Patrick. Dr. Tyler Pearson. That's what Dr. Madeline Maddie Ricketts. I don't know who that was. Dr. Peyton Sahane. I did good. Okay.
Hey, you got a second try, too.
Dr. Matthew, Matt, because he's not in trouble, Sahane. Dr. Kyle Smelly. Dr. Stephanie Smith.
Dr. Brownlee Smith. Dr. Deidre Stallings. Dr. Robert Colby Steverson. Dr. Caroline Stovall. Dr. Blake Travis. Dr. Allison Whitmer. Okay, and finally, I'd like to congratulate you all on reaching this exciting milestone. We're delighted. Get out, no. We'll see you tomorrow. We are so proud of you and excited to welcome you to a very distinguished group of UAB School of Nursing alumni. You now join more than 17,000 School of Nursing alumni impacting healthcare around the country and across the world. I want to encourage you to stay connected and keep in touch with us as you begin your careers by joining the Nurse Anesthesia Alumni Chapter, or just keep in touch with us, and joining us at special alumni events and receptions held throughout the year, both locally and nationally. We wish you best wishes for your continued success and look forward to seeing what you accomplish as alumni. And now it is my pleasure to welcome UAB Fay B. Ireland Endowed Chair in Nursing, Dean Maria Rodriguez-Shirey, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to be part of this joyous celebration and to not only celebrate with you, but also with your family. I want to make sure that I comment on how honored I am to see the joy with which our faculty celebrate you and as they launch you out into the field with your incredible talents that are so needed in our healthcare workforce. So I congratulate all of you in this fabulous accomplishment and being the fourth doctoral nurse anesthesia set of graduates in our school, which is absolutely amazing. So you have now made it, and you've distinguished yourself as a graduate of one of the top nursing schools in the country. An incredible accomplishment, and you should be so proud. On behalf of the faculty, thank you to the families and the friends who have provided support for our graduates in order to be able to complete their degrees. There are 51 graduates in this class, and we've been honored to recognize them all. After graduation, some of you will be staying here practicing with the school's clinical partners, including Birmingham sites such as UAB Main Hospital, UAB Cardiovascular, and Grandview Hospital. Some will practice in other clinical areas with partners in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, Montgomery, Florida, Florence, Dothan, Mobile, Marshall Medical, Gadsden Regional, St. Vincent's East, UAB Callahan, Northeast Alabama, Medical Center, Macomb, and Jackson, Mississippi. You'll be covering broad territory in important areas where nurse anesthetists are very much needed. And finally, there will be others who will be practicing out of state in Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, and Seattle, Washington, that are the hub of healthcare in their particular regions. Never has your practice in those large urban areas or anywhere else been more important than it is today, at a time when we have experienced the longest and deepest nursing shortage in the modern era. UAB nurses are leaders. They provide frontline care as integral parts of interprofessional teams across every facet of the healthcare system, from the executive level to the bedside and everywhere in between. You are entering the workforce as leaders in nursing at a time when healthcare is changing, but each of you is well prepared to provide the highest quality of care for patients, families, and for communities. As you leave here and enter practice as nurse anesthetists, this is a special community that you're joining. You're the 74th cohort of students to graduate from this program at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, the 9th cohort to graduate from the UAB School of Nursing, the 4th cohort to graduate with your DNP in nurse anesthesia from the UAB School of Nursing. And this is an accomplished community of which you are a member. Only one of 8 programs in the U.S. and 6 internationally is designated with the highest and most prestigious Level 3 recognition from the International Federation of Nurse Anesthetists. This distinction recognizes the program's strength in academics, clinical experiences, faculty, and leadership. During the time this cohort has been here at the School of Nursing, your faculty and colleagues have accomplished a lot, and hopefully they've been excellent role models for you to show you the way in terms of how you can pass it forward. They've given podium and poster presentations at the ANA Assembly of Didactic and Clinical Educators meeting, the ALNA Spring Meeting, and ANA Annual Congress. They've been inducted as fellows into the American Academy of Nursing and the American Association of Nurse Anesthesiologists. They've published in peer-reviewed journals, including the ANA Journal and the Journal of Peri-Anesthesia Nursing. They've participated as a member of the NBCRNA Board of Directors at the national level and also within their research committees. They've participated as a board member of the Alabama Association of Nurse Anesthetists, the Board of Directors, and they have also created scholarships to help other students to be able to have the opportunity and the privilege to come to a CRNA program such as ours. The school's vision is to be innovative leaders transforming health, and never has that been more important than it is today. You all are already doing that, as evidenced by all of the accomplishments that you've achieved this year. I'm confident knowing what you all have already accomplished, and you have a bright future ahead of you. I encourage you to continue to be the future of innovation and achievement in nurse anesthesia practice and healthcare, to lead by example, passing it forward, tackling challenges and also the demands of a complex patient care system. As a graduate of the UAB School of Nursing, Employers, colleagues, and others know the high quality of the nurse anesthetists that we produce, which is why you are in such high demand. You're seen as catalysts for innovation, clinical advancement, and new discoveries, and we're very proud of you for all of that. As you embark on this, the next phase of your life, your nurse anesthesia career, representing the UAB School of Nursing, I encourage you to be able to answer one question and to do it boldly as you enter the nurse anesthesia practice that you've prepared for. How will you transform health for the patients and communities you serve? I hope that your answer will be something that you're very proud of, not only today, but as your career progresses and as you continue to make your contributions in advancing excellence, being leaders in the field, and transforming care. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shirey, for those words. It makes me very, very proud to be a part of this program. Friends, families, doctors, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you so much for joining us for this occasion. We're so delighted that you joined us as we honored and provide a proper send-off to our fourth cohort of UAB doctoral nurse anesthetists. And please, you're welcome to stick around for some cookies and punch and pictures. Thank you all for being here today.